Hello, good morning, welcome. How is everybody? I hope everyone is well. Let me just change the angle a little bit. There we go. That's better. How is everybody? How is everybody? Jojo's here. Good morning. Julie's here. Vicky says, is it morning if you haven't slept yet? No, it's still your evening. Good evening, Vicky. Sewing PJ says, I remembered to finally hear from the start. Good morning. Just had an email to say that I've gone live, so that's good to know. Got a million Google updates as well. That can go away. That's one thing I hate about Chrome is I get those little updates on the side. It's like, why? I don't want them. I'm sure that I can probably turn them off, and actually having thought about it, I will have a look at that later and see if I can. Conchetta's here, good morning. Jane's here, good morning. Carmen says, hey, good morning from Cape Town, good morning. Caroline says, good morning. Hello, everybody. How is everybody? I am feeling so much better now that I've made my decision about my ball gown. I was not enjoying the process of sewing that thing at all. My neighbour's mowing his lawn as well, so you can hear the lawnmower rumbling in the background there. Yeah, I was really not enjoying the process of that thing. And I'm very glad that I've made the decision to throw it away. Throw it away. Elena says, good morning, lovely Sean Peeps. Good morning. Phoebe says, good morning. Just doing my weekly meal prep. So lovely to speak to you all. Good morning, Phoebe. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do today, to be honest. I really don't know. I mean, I've done the thing that I do frequently. I have started waffling at the vlog. The camera's just up there. I've started waffling at the vlog for the last couple of days and then just not done anything in the afternoons. The ball gown was definitely kind of sapping all of my creative juices. It's just like, I just don't want to do this. Don't like it. And now that I've decided not to, then I'm feeling much happier. But my sojo is still kind of in the bin with the liquid gold fabric. So yeah, I haven't done any sewing since Thursday because I was filming on Friday, filming on Saturday, and hanging out with you guys today. So yes. Leslie's here. Good morning, Sean, from sunny Bexhill in East Sussex. Good morning. Tristan's here. Good morning. So yeah, I have a giant rack of clothes behind me. Still haven't hemmed that Rixo dress. I need to get that hemmed. I need to hem it and send it to my friend for her to try on. I have a feeling that she's going to end up keeping it if it fits her, which is fine, which is totally fine. I do love it, but I think I'm going to love it more as a midi dress. So yeah, I need to do that. I need to get photographs of the super secret squirrel dress, which you can just see there, because I'm going to be taking that with me up to the Midlands to deliver it to Lady McElroy. I need to change the buttons on my friend's skirt so that they sit a little bit better so that I can send that off to her. I need to have a look at the waistband on my vintage skirt, which you can there's a sliver there. I need to have a look at that because I need to put hooks on it. It's one of those ones that's adjustable, so it's got like a tie at the front and a tie at the back. And it did have hooks and bars on it at one point so that you could adjust it, but it's over 60 years old, so those have kind of disappeared, and I need to kind of redo it. So yes. Elena said, after watching yesterday's video about the dress, I wanted to hug you so much. Oh, thank you. Claire says, morning all, lovely to be able to join you this week. Hello Claire, welcome. Julie says, how about making some paper crafts? Not in the mood at all for paper crafting. Really do have to be in the mood for that. I want to get back into it next year, and I have the Project Life. I have 5 folders and like all of the cards and all of the inserts and stuff like that. And I used to do those on a Sunday, and I kind of stopped doing them because I didn't have a good setup for it. But I really want to start doing those again because I really like Project Life. I think it was 2016 that I was doing it, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I should start maybe doing those next year because I've got all the stuff, and I don't know. Would that be something that you guys would want to come and hang out with me and do though? Because it's not remotely sewing related. But it would be a really good way of doing it, although I would have to invest in software so that I could have 2 camera angles, and I think I need to use OBS, which is a streaming system that allows you to have multiple camera angles, and like I think there's some equipment that gets involved in that. I need to look into it a bit better. I mean, this is, I stream to you guys from my laptop's inbuilt camera, and it's super simple, and I all I have to do is like set the stream up and then turn it on, and I am worried that I wouldn't be able to cope with like multiple camera angles and things like that, and how much of an investment that is. So I need to have a look into those. But yeah, I would like to start using all my Project Life stuff. So yeah. Dennis Bunny says, good morning, afternoon here, 11 p.m. Decided that it was a good idea to finally pin the pleats for the skirt on my charm scout dress, only to end up being tired and confused easily. Oh yes, put it to the side, put it in the naughty corner and come back to it when you're fresh. Sewing in PJ says, I'm actually really pleased that you put that dress in the bin. It didn't continue to keep going and going. Sometimes I struggle with knowing when to walk away from a project, so well done you. Yeah, it was quite interesting because quite a lot of people were diplomatic about my fabric choice. I love it. I still think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I mean, I've got a Pinterest board which is evening gowns, and there's a couple on there that, let me see if I can get into them and show you guys. There's a couple on there that were kind of like the inspiration for my fabric choice. But the trouble is, I have to remember that they're not working with this crappy polyester. They're working with incredibly expensive, very dry. I mean, this is one of them. That is stunning. But that's not crappy polyester fabric. I bet you it's not crappy polyester fabric. And where's the other one? Where is the other one? It says the hair Merit. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, which is not good because I love his designs. Let's see. Zuhair Murad. Yeah. He's not working with £4 a metre polyester. We know this. I mean, it may still be a polyester fabric, but so like the idea in my head, I was kind of like, oh, I want to make this thing, and I don't know if I'm going to like the thing. So let's buy the cheap fabric and see if I like the thing. And then if I do, then I can invest in the expensive fabric. And it just put me off the thing. But yeah, some of you were very diplomatic about my choice of fabric, and some of you were not so diplomatic, which was quite funny. But yeah, I'm glad that I decided to put it away. Jinapin says, morning, coach ticket sorted, just need to book a room and finish my outfit for the ball. Glad you're happy with your decision to scrap the dress. I'm sure whatever you wear will be perfect. Oh, thank you. I'm so looking forward to meeting everyone. Una's here. Hello, Shannon Peeps. How is everyone? Thank you I'm good. Thank you, Una. How are you? Julie says, I was just thinking, make something completely different from sewing to possibly get your sojo back. Yes, my usual, that is a good method. My usual method is do a TNT. And one of those is the 9345, one of those dresses that I want to do for my capsule collection that I'm going to do, but I need to film all of that, and I just haven't been in the mood to film, and everything that I have to sew at the moment needs to be filmed. So I might do like a knit project or something. We could do that this afternoon, couldn't we? I've got food as well, so like I don't need to stop if I get hungry. Liz says, hello lovelies from sunny Perth, hugs for the ball dress, we've all been through it. Oh yes. Lots of people were also saying that they're really happy to see me show my fails as well, and I completely agree with you. Like I want to show you like everything that happens. There's very few times that I will not show you something, and if I don't show you something, it's because I hate it on me, and it's not that I'm not going to tell you about it, it's just that I don't want to put myself on it and then put myself on the internet, because once you put yourself on the internet in something, it's there forever. And if I hate myself in something, and that hasn't happened very often, there's been a few things that you guys haven't seen over the years, and we are talking years, and we're talking like maybe 3 or 4 things that I have made and just never shown you because I look hideous in them, and I don't want that reminder there forever, if it makes sense. So yeah, but I always want to like show you guys like exactly, because the whole thing about me is like I'm self-taught and I'm not perfect, and I want to try all these things and see if they work, and if they do, great, and if they don't, let me tell you why, or why it's not worked for me. Although someone did say they wanted to see me trying to work with the fabric, and it was said in such a way that I kind of got the impression that they wanted to critique my methods of sewing it, and it was like, you know what, I don't need that, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you me trying to work with this fabric. And I have actually deleted all of the footage. The ball gown edit or event in my Final Cut Pro has gone. Never to be seen. Footage is all deleted. It's gone. Yeah, I've made the video about it. It was yesterday's video. Julie says, for me, I just want to hang. Desi says, hello, I would love you doing paper craft. Oh, cool. Vicky says, getting dressed for work the other morning and found my pants too large. I will be making 2 pair after hours of sleep. It's getting too cold for dresses. Yeah, I'm gonna be like completely. I was thinking this morning as I was walking down, I was like, oh, I love this time of year for getting dressed. It's way more fun than summer because I love all the layering and things like that. And then it was just like until it gets too cold, and then I'm like, it'll be fine. I'm just going to end up wearing blankets. It'll be fine. Mum's knit me a blanket. Jane says, I use OBS for teaching art and I'm not remotely techie. Only need a second web camera. Works really well. Awesome. I'm going to look into it because I think that could be quite a fun thing to do on a Sunday. I mean, not necessarily every Sunday, but it would be quite a fun thing to do, I think. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I have put these, like when my channel first started, it was a paper crafting channel, and then it's kind of morphed into sewing. And at the time I was I had a very small, I had about 800 people following me, and I was just like, I'll just switch over completely to a different medium and rather than start a brand new channel. And so I wasn't starting from scratch kind of thing. And yeah, I think some people have been here since the very beginning, since the paper crafting. But yeah, Vox3D says hello peeps. Hello. Bree says hello, 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 hello. Josephine says hello, hello. Ali says morning shine, have the zips arrived? They have. Thank you so much. And oh my goodness, that fabric. And talking of paper crafting, look how clever Ali is. Look how beautiful. It is gorgeous. The zips are beautiful. Thank you. And the fabric, I have no idea what to do with those panels. Where did you get them? And what are you doing with yours? Because I have no clue. They're in my stash and I love them, but I don't know what to do with them. I'll show you guys in a second. I'm going to catch up with the chat a little bit because I'm a little bit behind. Phoebe says, I did work placement with a designer and his fabrics were like £45 per metre. Wow. Liz says, maybe next time try a natural fibre for your toile. Yeah. I think that's the thing. I know I hate polyester. I picked a stupid fabric. It looks beautiful. It's horrible. Lots of people were saying that they've worked with it before for like stage and dance costumes, and they put in as few zips as few seams as possible. I mean, that was the other thing. I had to put a zip in this thing. I was just dreading that as well. Yeah, no, I've learnt my lesson. I will stay away from polyester. I have a very small stash of polyester back here in this cubby hole behind here. I will work my way through that, and I just won't buy poly anymore. I just won't. It's not worth it. Michelle says, good morning from Bermuda. We are all well after Hurricane Fiona this week. Electricity is back, so maybe some sewing this afternoon. I am glad you are well and everything is good. Trisha says, morning, Shannon Peeps. Good morning. Gemma's here. Morning. Gemma, are you coming to the Dressmakers Ball? I haven't seen you for ages. I haven't seen you since Southampton, the last one, have I? I hope you're coming. That would be really good. Noelia says, hello, you're early today. I was only a little bit early, but yeah, no, scheduled for 11. I start my streams around 11 now rather than midday, just because I found that I was ready. And then I was sort of sitting here twiddling my thumbs, and I was like, you know what, let's just start a little bit earlier. Bree says, you could wear that ball gown with the cape from last winter. Haha, perfect matching set. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one of my fails. That I mean, I have to say as well, if I have epic fail or I've a disaster, or if it's a title where something's gone horribly wrong, I get more views. My successes are like, yay, that's great. But if I have a massive failure, everyone's just like, oh, must watch. Clearly, I just need to fail more often. Angelina says, good evening, Shan and Peeps from Brisk, Victoria, Australia. You have a few bags you want to make. Maybe one of those could be the way to go. True, but I literally do have today and tomorrow to sew, and I need to get the Vogue shirt done. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow is Vogue, can I sew a shirt in a day from start to finish and film it? And then Tuesday, I'm going to be filming the chatty bits for all of the videos, the lookbook, the one take waffle for the Patreon peeps. There's no dating disaster stories because I'm off all of the dating apps at the moment because it's too peoply out there. It's way too peoply out there. And then also my October haul and plans video. So yeah, I don't want to start. I mean, maybe we could cut out one of the Asta bags today, possibly. Maybe. But yeah. It's not a bad idea, Angelina. Not a bad idea at all. If my red silk dress had fit, then I would be making a red silk bag to go with it because I have enough fabric for that and some accessories because I've got some embroidered trim that I'm going to mount onto a belt so that it would give the dress a different look. But I tried the dress on with a corset and it zipped up and then the zip promptly split. And so now I have to take the zip out. Fun times. You saw that in yesterday's video. Judy says, I get the filming thing. We've had kids home from summer holiday and I don't like filming while they're home because I don't want them on the channel as they must be old enough to choose. Yes. Choose for themselves. Yes. Carmen says, oh, how I wish I could attend the dressmakers ball. I'm so envious when I hear of the international sewing events, as South Africa is not big on them, or at least not that I know of. The girls from Crafty so-and-so decided to, just because they were like, you know what, nobody else is doing this, so let's us do this. And it is in the Midlands, which is really good because it means that it's like the middle of the UK, so it's a sort of semi-equidistance for everybody to come. But yeah, it might be worth sort of, I don't know if you've got like Facebook groups for Cape Town sewists, like start with Frocktails. Frocktails is a good one. Lots of people do Frocktail events where you kind of just go to like a fancy gin joint. I mean, it doesn't have to be a gin joint, but you get the idea. And to meet other like-minded sewists in your area. I know that they do Melbourne Frocktails. I know there's a few Frocktails around the world as well. So yeah, if you haven't got events, like maybe have a look at starting them or talking to some people near to you and seeing about starting them for yourselves. And even if you only have like 5 people come to the first one, at least that's, like fun. Julie says, but today I am at work and we'll have to get back to working in just a moment. Well, it's very nice to see you, Julie. Noelia says, thanks for sharing your experience with the gown. It's helpful to know that things sometimes don't work. So thanks for your honesty. Hopefully I will always be 100% honest with you guys for what works and what doesn't work for me. Because that's the whole kind of like thing. Like I say, like I'm trying all these different things. And then the ones that I show you, I'm like, look, I found this thing and it works really well for me. And it might not necessarily be your favorite way of doing the same thing, but it's like, oh, this worked really well for me, so let me share that with you. DB Designs and Sewing Australia says, hi Peeps from Melbourne, Australia. Glad you decided to stitch the dress. Yep. Elena says, will you make some Anna tops from some fabrics that we went through last week? Yes, although I probably wouldn't film the process. I have made a lot of Anna tops this year. definitely kind of trying to listen to you guys as well when you say, like, I don't want to see the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. Wilmine says, here. She says, good morning. Good morning. Natalie says, good morning. I'll be back once I make some coffee. Morning, pick me up. Jennifer says, I think I've been around since you reached the 2K mark. Oh, cool. Christine says, morning, everyone. Good morning. Liz says, on the black lace and silk project, please don't use poly for the waist. I know you hate it, and the rest of the fabric is beautiful. The flesh-coloured stuff, I think, is polyester as well. I'm not 100% sure. Mum bought them for me. I didn't buy them, but I think that's poly as well. I do have some black silk dupioni, and I have a small amount left. So I might use that for the black waist pieces. And yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But I do hear you. I do know what you mean. Noelia says, I thought you started at 12. So not early then. No, I've been doing it at 11 for a little while, just because I've been ready and, like I say, just eager to hang out with your peeps. Una says, I started working on my ball dress again at 6 a.m. this morning, having a well-deserved break. Your lapped zipper looks fabulous, Una. Like really, really, really good. Really good. And I love the colour. Nimoy says, hello, everyone. Joining you from work. Might regret not bringing my power cord, but oh well. Hello, Nimoy. Julie says, got to go. Bye all. Have a nice day. You too. Gemma says, unfortunately not, just couldn't afford it. I hope you all have an amazing time. Can't wait to see all the pictures and videos from it. It's been ages. We must arrange a meetup at some point. Yes, please. Yes, please. If I can talk you into coming over to Ride, there's a fabric shop. But then we could meet up in, because is Southampton easier for you? It is, isn't it? Because you're Hampton way. Sorry, I'm completely outing you on where you live. I'm sorry. But yes, it would be lovely to see you, because it has been ages, and it would be really nice to talk about maybe doing another So Southampton meetup as well. Possibly. Trisha says, years ago I bought a faux suede. I was only trying to make a tote bag that I'd made before, but the fabric was a bastard, so ended up in the bin and never again. Yeah. Angelina says, there's a lot on you to do your to-do list. I don't blame you with the dating. I've given up and decided to be single. Much easier and less stressful. Yes. Jojo says, oh man, I've just come to the horrendous conclusion. I have too much fabric. I haven't spent much time sewing of late, but still feeding the stash. Need to get making. It's taking over. I am in kind of the same boat. I am trying to behave myself. You guys will be proud of me. I didn't take part in the 50% off sale that Lady McElroy were doing on Monday. I didn't buy anything. I filled my basket. I could have put in 2 orders, but I didn't. How impressive am I? But having said that, I am going to Lady McElroy on Thursday. I had issues. I know I had issues. Yeah. Yep. Jennifer says the Edinburgh Frock Tales was yesterday. Oh, cool. Yes, see, like a Frock Tales event would be really cool. Tricia says to Jojo, too much fabric. Nope, does not compute. It is however, insulation. So cost saving in these times of rising energy costs. Yeah. I mean, surprisingly, it's actually quite chilly in here. It's 17 degrees in here. But when it does warm up, it stays warm. So yeah, and maybe if I get cold, I just wrap myself in fabric. Elena says Anna tops equals Sojo back. This is true, and that is my usual go-to method, is to do a T&T. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I ought to do a knit project though as one of my T&T knit projects. I put this on today. I've got my Victory Patterns Jackie dress on, and I'm thinking maybe I need to do another one of these because I have 4 of them. And I love them. I love them so much. Liz says, no poly for you. You know you will cry. Yes, I need to. Dad's coming. Oh, is he coming in? Oh, somebody wanted to know what kind of floor we've got in here. I need to remember to ask him that on camera so that it's recorded for posterity. Jojo says to Gemma, can you hold off till November for a catch-up? Then I can invite myself along. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea. Anna says, hiya, how are you? Very well, thank you. How are you, Anna? Nimue says, fabric market in 2 weeks. I only have 2 items on my shopping list. What do we want to bet that I come home with 3 bursting bags? I mean, yeah. That's what 2 items means, right? Yes, that's a brilliant idea, Jojo. Gemma, you must come in November. Yes. Do you want to see the very fabulous gift that the very lovely Ali sent me? I will show you because they are awesome. You will see them in the waffles. I have filmed it, but yeah. Nimue says, all I have, and I have all the online ordering to do this week. Anna says, grappling with my dressmaker's ball dress. I saw that you're putting boning in yours, Anna. Exciting. I can't wait to see it. Johanna says, good morning. Going for an early morning walk, then home to cut out and mock up a pair of pants. Nice. Pants or trousers? Like knickers or trousers? just so that I'm, like, so we're all on the same page. Jojo says to Trisha, honestly, it's taking over. I'm struggling to find space to actually sew in. Lol. But yeah, I mean, for the winter, it would be a good room to just hang out in. Let me show you what Ali got me. It was a lovely parcel, Ali. Thank you. And thank you so much for sending me both sizes of zips as well. Just seen Mum's dropping pins on the floor. There's 2 pins on the floor. Let me see if I can pin those. Put those into cushion. There. The only trouble with long nails is it's difficult to pick things up, but I'm not cutting them because I love them. Okay. So Ali sent me, so they've got the size 3 and the size 5 zips. That's a really good look at the difference between the zips. And then look at these pulls. Aren't they awesome? And she sent me really long lengths of these zips as well, so I can totally cut off what I need for the outer for these pulls and then use some of it for the interior as well. I'll just need to buy some basic pulls for the interior ones, but they are so cool. So cool. Gemma says, sounds good to me, ladies. I'm also hoping to go to the spring knitting and stitching show. If you're going to let me know which day and I'll get a ticket for them too. Awesome. Yes, Mum really wants to go to that, so I think we are. And then she also got me the same size 3 and size 5 zips. Again, really good look at the difference between the two. This one is obviously wider teeth and wider tape. And then black. Matches my nails. So those were the zips. And then you guys are going to have to let me know what to do with these fabric panels because I have no idea. Jojo might actually have to steal one when she comes to visit. You know how she's saying that she doesn't have room for any more fabric. What do I do with these people? I've got 4 of them. I've also got some of this Beetlejuice fabric, which is totally going to be a bag lining. Look how awesome that is. Michael Keaton. Beetlejuice. Okay, I believe you. Right, okay. Thank you so much for sending these in Royal Mail as well, Ali. I know you said that was more expensive. Okay, let me get these the right way up. You need to appreciate. Look, it's awesome, but what do I do with? I've got 4 of them. What do I do? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. What do I do? Oh, Nimue, you might need one of these, mightn't you? You won't mind if I share the love, will you, Ali? So beautiful fabrics and wonderful card. And again, this is all in the waffles. Waffles. Anna says, yeah, it was a sewing boning. Crazy thing was that the boning was easy to sew. Later on, just for 2 layers of fabric was sewn and then the needles broke. Like, really? Funny. Yeah, like the sewing is just like, what? Why the thing that you think is going to be hard is super easy, and then the thing that you think is going to be easy is just like, why you be horrible to me? Johanna says trousers. Pants equals trousers. Thank you, Johanna. Trisha says to Jojo, remember, buying fabric and sewing fabric are 2 different hobbies. Fact. Yes, I have merchandise to say just that. Vicky says trousers for me too. Pants another time. All the supplies, not a pair sewn. Yeah. Hello. Behold the stash that is my trouser length or my trouser fabrics. And I have made the executive decision that these are officially projects that scare me, so they're going into my sewing plans for next year. There won't be trouser sewing this year. Please don't hate me. I was planning on 3 pairs. I was planning on Lander pants, the Sorrel, and the Narcisse, but it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm going to do it next year. It's going to be part of my "this thing scares me, let's do it anyway" series. So, Vicky's Nimue says, wow. Liz says, love them. Saskia says, 4 quilts. Yes, I mean, I'm keeping one for me 100%, and I do think it needs to be like a I think it needs to be a lap quilt, because yes, because that was really awesome. So I could do that, and then I've got loads of t-shirts that I want to cut out the slogans of, and I could put those around the side as well. And then the other side I want to do faux fur. So it's like a faux fur throw. Words are hard. And then I'm going to need that as a t-shirt, so I can put it in the t-shirt quilt. And then I could have that as a centre panel, couldn't I? Yes. Ali says, not at all, share away. But thank you so much. Thank you. Angelina says, a quilt for your bed. Yes, no, I think a lap quilt. I think the centerpiece of a lap quilt, it's going to be quite a big lap quilt, isn't it? But yeah. Or maybe I just do, because I really like throws. And like I say, I have this idea for doing quilts, like lap quilts, t-shirt quilts, geeky quilts, things like that. So the other side is a faux fur, so it looks, you can make it look elegant, or you can have the geek side fly kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking. And maybe I need to do a Star Wars one based around that, because that panel is huge, and I do have a lot of t-shirts for my t-shirt quilt. So maybe I need to do like one of those, and then as a Star Wars one, because you can never have too many throws. You can never have too many lap quilts. So yeah. Gin and Pin says, I'm taking this week off for my birthday, and I'm planning on putting my unsewn summer fabric away and getting my winter fabric out, but I might have to buy some more, just saying. Yay. Aletta says, nice, you can stretch them onto a frame and hem. Oh yeah, I don't have any wall space for any of my artwork, but yeah, if I ever win the lottery, I want to have a giant cinema room, like properly in a basement, completely dark, biggest screen I can get with a projector, probably, like proper individual or double kind of like recliner sofa kind of things. And I've got 2 visions for it, so I might need 2 of them. I want one to be Geeky Haven, and then the other one, it's going to be all the Becca Who velvet, like over the top designs with kind of like a 1920s speakeasy kind of thing, like, you know, really opulent. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to need 2 cinema rooms. I really need to win the lottery. I would be the best rich person ever. Nimue says, and blocks from fandom in stitches and add blocks from fandom in stitches and make a quilt. That's a really good idea. Jojo says, whoa, hold your horses. I've never said I didn't have room for more to home more. That I have rather a lot. Una says, wow, I'm a bit behind as I had to pause because the hubs was interrupting me, but just seen the Star Wars panels, fab, aren't they? Jojo says sees panels drool. Yeah, I think Jojo, you might need one of those when you come to stay. Ali says, sounds great. Natalie says, caffeine and sugar kicking in. I'm awake now. Hello, Natalie. Good morning. Una says, what about a kimono style robe? Possibly. But again, it's not the sort of thing that I wear. Like, I wear my dressing gown a lot. That's one thing that if I do a kind of like wardrobe analysis, kind of clean out my wardrobe, what do I wear, what don't I wear kind of thing. One of the things that I've noticed is that I wear obviously dresses much more often than I wear anything else. And I do get dressed up every day. There are a few days where I wear my joggers and t-shirts and stuff like that, but the majority of days I do get dressed up every day. But one thing that I do is when I go home in the evenings, I tend to get undressed and put my fluffy dressing gown on. And I do need like a summer version, but I don't know that I would like it in cotton, and I'm trying to work out what I want it in instead. Like I'm thinking maybe waffle, that waffle texture fabric. I don't know. But I do think I need to make myself a bunch more dressing gowns because I wear my big fluffy dressing gown all of the time, and they need to not be fancy because I've made myself a fancy one and I just don't put it on. So that is one thing that I do need to make for myself. I don't wear pajamas except for like Christmas morning to come and open presents with my family. So I don't need to make myself fancy PJs. What I need is some comfortable, fluffy dressing gowns that maybe look fancier than they technically are, but I'm not sure that would be the right thing for it. I think a lap quilt with that one for sure. I think, yeah. Elena says maybe all trousers for next year's Make 9 challenge. I like the thought, Elena, but that's one way to make it never happen. I've been thinking about my Make 9 for next year, and I think what I'm going to do, because I'm doing a whole kind of like shtick of this thing scares me, let's do it anyway, and I've got a project for each month. I think my Make 9 needs to be easy projects that I love. Like, I mean, I know the idea is that you're meant to try new patterns, but maybe it needs to be, I think it needs to be on the easier side rather than the harder side, because I am doing the like, let's do trouser month. This thing scares me. But the first project I want to do is my blocks, and one of those is trouser block, which is I think the most difficult to draft. She says to do it last. So once I've drafted my trouser block, it might be easier to then make trousers from that. So we shall see. But I see where you're going. But I do think that nine pairs of trousers on my Make 9 would be one way for it to absolutely never happen. I will get there eventually. Ali says, I will send some Star Wars fabrics to go with them. Oh, Ali, that's so kind of you. You really don't have to. I'm not going to say no, but you really, really don't have to. But thank you. Thank you for your very generous gift. It was very lovely. Angelina says, one for your bed and one for a lap quilt, and then you have you have the panels, you use them. What I'm thinking is I will share the love, because Ali said it's okay for me to pass them on. So I know Jojo's going to want one. I'm not sure, Nimaway, did we say yes or no for you? Because I can add it in with your rainbow kitties. And then I might put one in a giveaway, because I have a whole bunch. I have the Ziggy jacket, one of these panels. I've got some earrings, my little silver round circle earrings. I got a second set. The designer sent me 2 for some reason, and I did offer to send them back, and she said no, it's fine, keep them. So I've got some earrings to put in there. I've got a few other bits and pieces to put in the giveaway. So I'm thinking one for me, and then share the love with the rest. Nimue says, I won't say no to Star Wars. Dedicated geek over here. I will add it into your I need to put up your rainbow kitties, don't I? So yes, yeah, thank you very much, Ali, and it's really nice to pass it on, kind of thing as well. That's something that I love do. I mean, I'm going to hoard the zips with the frogs, because the Harry Potter chocolate frog kind of ones, aren't they? Where did you get them from? Was it from, because there's a couple of places that do that kind of hardware and they are gorgeous. Now thinking about the bag that they need to go on. Yeah. Diane says you can never have too many lap quilts is my thinking as well. Yeah, I mean, I have an entire box in my room full of blankets and quilts and fluffy throws and things like that. And I have a terrible habit of when I go to TK Maxx and I see a fluffy throw in a color that I like, I'm like, yep, having that. And I pile them all on my bed. Like, I'll have a quilt, I'll have a blanket, I'll have a fluffy throw. Chiana loves it because she can nest. I gave Chiana a dry catnip this morning. I haven't done that for a very long time, but her spray catnip is nearly out, and the spray catnip sends her nutty because it's sniffed, and then the dry catnip is when they chill, when they eat it. And she is literally in full kind of like, you know how cats can do loaf mode really kind of elegantly and all tucked in. She's in spread out loaf mode, so she's all still tucked in, but she's just wider, and she's kind of just in the middle of this pile of dry catnip. My cleaner, when she comes on Wednesday to hoover my room, is just gonna be like, what is been going on? But there's dried catnip everywhere, and it's all like she's been rolling in it, she's been eating it, and she's just like in the middle of it, like, totally blissed out. Let's see, where did I get to? Jacqueline says, remember to like the stream, peeps. Yes, there's 116 of us and 36 likes. Please do like, it really does help, I promise. Jenna Pin says, I've dropped another couple of pounds this week, still losing, which is why I'm not making anything fitted at the moment. So trousers will have to wait until my weight is more stable. This is very reasonable, Jenna Pins, and I kind of feel the same. Saskia says, I'm planning a cotton sateen robe for myself for summer. Ooh, nice. Because I do, the other thing is, I do put them on when I get out of the bath or shower. And obviously you dry yourself with a towel, but you're still a little bit damp. And that's why I like the fluffy ones, because that helps with that. And I'm just worried that a cotton one would end up just being damp and unpleasant. That's why I was thinking of like the waffle fabric, but I like that idea. I need to make myself one that's like a snuggle up, and I need to make myself a couple. Yeah. Nimue says, I made my mum's summer dressing gown from cotton lawn lined with cotton jersey. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I could line it with, because my fancy one that I made out of silk, I lined it with brushed cotton flannel, and that was really nice. Una says, maybe a beach throw? No, charm patterns, make 9 please. Charm patterns equals cup sizes, so no full bust adjustments. I'm still kind of thinking that might be a good idea. I am. I'm not ruling it out, because I could make a whole wardrobe. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I could do a capsule wardrobe from charm patterns, couldn't I? I don't know. I'm still in the planning process, and we all know how much I like planning. Nimue says, I won't say no. I've read that one. Ali says, Camelot Fabrics. Is that where they're from? Thank you. Nimue says, thank you very much to you, Ali and me. Oh, you're very welcome, Nimue. Una says, if I didn't enter that giveaway, my husband would never forgive me. I would make him a lap quilt. Okay. Natalie says, I want a fancy flowery robe to cover my ratty PJ. See, I don't wear PJs. Yeah. Usually just kind of like a ratty t-shirt and trouser, shorts. But yeah. Angelina says, I need those zips. They're from Camelot Fabrics. The zips are from Camelot Fabrics. Thank you, Ali. Jen Pin says, I've got 4 meters of polyester satin, which isn't suitable for what I'd planned it for. So now I'm thinking of making lounging PJs and a dressing gown. Any suggestions? Given my experience with polyester over the last couple of days, mine would be throw it in the bin and start again. But don't listen to me. Chocolate Treat says, good morning from the USA. Good morning. The Crazy Real Vintage Thrifter says, hi from Wisconsin. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Am I going to do anything today, or am I just going to sit and chat at you or with you? Probably the latter. Oh, hang on. Ali says, sorry, fabrics are from Camelot. I sell the zips. I import them myself. Ah, Ali, you need to put the link in the Peeps group. You are in the Peeps group. Usually I don't let people sell things in the Peeps group, and I closed down the trading post because I got really anxious about it. I got really anxious about it, and then there were a few people using it who had like shops who were just using it as a storefront for their shops, and it was just like it's not meant to be that. It's meant to be kind of like it's meant to be like individual people destashing, not shops putting up their lists. But yes, no, Ali says I don't push sales. No, that's totally fine. But if you put it in the Peeps group, I'll remember to put it in the Waffle as well, so that people can. I will say in the Waffle that there is a link to the shop where you can get the zips, because they are awesome, absolutely awesome. So yeah, no, I'm happy for you to put that up in the Peeps group. So yes. What should we do? I've got to move those buttons. I've got to hem that dress. I've got to unpick that zip. And I've got to try and work out what to do with this skirt. Should we have a look at the skirt, the vintage skirt? That's more interesting, isn't it? And this is Mum's got a terrible habit of like asking me if she can have some of my silk fabric, and me saying yes, and her making something she's never made before and then hating it. This is this dress in this £26 a meter fabric, and she decided she didn't like it. So I've got to try and see if I can rescue it. So I've stopped letting her have any, which is mean, but I don't mind her having the fabric, but it just feels like such a waste to make something that you're not 100% sure that you like. To experiment with £26 a meter silk is not the one. Familiarity breeds contempt. Is that the right thing? Because I do have a lot of it. I have bolts and bolts and bolts of it because I bought 60 yards of each print. So I do have a lot of it. So I appreciate that it looks like it's a fabric that I've got lots of, but it's still an expensive fabric. So I sent this off to the dry cleaners because it has a giant stain on it, and they sent it back saying, nope, don't want to touch it. So my sister-in-law and I tried to clean it, and this is actually it's not built into the fabric. It's been dry brushed on with paint. So this is where we tried to clean it. And if you clean the stain off, you also cleaning off all of the print. So I have no idea how to sort out the front of this, because I forgot how big that stain is. I really don't know what to do about that. But the thing that I want to change is, so this is the one that wraps around to the front. This even has pockets. It's got inbuilt pockets, which is so clever. So that one wraps around to the front, and then this one has got the little modesty plackets on it. And then this side has got one hook on it, and then this side had a bunch of eyes that some have been hand stitched, and there's been people, like you can see, it's lots of different people have worn this. So I need to put another eye on and some hooks so that you can hook the back one and then you tie the other one round to the front. So I think I need to measure it for a start and then work out where the hooks and bars need to go. Well, the hooks are easy, but where the bars need to go. And then how the hell do I clean this? Because like somebody else has tried to clean a panel of it here and that's all come out, like all the dry brushings come off. But somebody's clearly spilt something down the front of this. Like the ones here I'm not too bothered about. It's just that giant stain at the hem that I need to do something with. Because out of all the vintage skirts that I have, this one I can actually wear. So yeah. I think I will leave those little thread tacks on. But yeah, I need to measure because my waist ain't that tiny. Maybe that one would be okay. That needs to be a bar. So at the very least I need to put a hook on this and probably re-sew this hook because this one is coming apart. So yeah. Vicky says, me too, chocolate treat, little town in Oregon at 3:40 a.m. Oh, that is early. Chocolate treat says, I have some insomnia and I'm just finding your channel. Welcome. Vicky says, and Vicky says to chocolate treat, me too, little town in Oregon, 3:40 a.m. Good morning, both of you. Oregon, that's West Coast Australia, America. Words are hard. I know what I meant in my head. But welcome, both of you. Come and hang out with us. Una says, yes, a charm capsule, Brooklyn jacket, dresses, Scout Bryant, or you could maybe make the Joan dress a fit and flare. Many knit and woven tops, PJs, hat, cape, trousers. Probably won't do the Brooklyn jacket. I like it, but it's not really me. Definitely want to do the cape, the Scout cape, because I'm going to put it over my hemispheric jacket. That's something I'm going to do next year. I'm open to trying pencil dresses again. We shall see. But yeah, I maybe just make the Joan dress because I do own the Joan dress printed patterns. We shall see. Sal says, g'day Shannon Peeps, sorry for being late, had a busy weekend cosplaying. No worries, Sal, nice to see you. Chocolate Treat says, I'm so excited to know you are live. Welcome. I'm going live soon for Insomnia Peeps who love fabrics. Beautiful, totally beautiful for the scale. Yes, it is. And Natalie says, tell mum no silk without the toile first. Lol. Yes, no, I've put my foot down now. Because she experiments, and it's totally amazing that she experiments, and the things that she has in her head, it's like, yeah, that should work, but it doesn't quite come out how she's expecting it to. And I've gotten a lot better at catching her before she starts cutting into expensive fabric before she's made a toile of things. So yeah. Anna says, if you send it to me along with the other I said to your mama at the retreat, I can clean it. Yeah, you offered before, Anna. That's so kind of you. I just, how would you clean it? Because we've tried and it just takes the paint off. And I would hate for it to go wrong and for you to not be yeah. I think if it's a mistake that's going to be made, it needs to be me that makes it, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's very, very kind of you to offer. My it was the Aussie Clark dress as well with the water stain on it that you offered to clean for mum, didn't you? Sheila says you could fabric paint across the bottom to blend away the stain. Yeah, possibly. the trouble is there's so many different things that I could try. I'm just paralyzed because I don't want to ruin it. Like I say, it's like 60 years old. I just don't want to fluff it up. I don't want to fluff it up. Caroline says embroider similar leaf shapes, bedazzle them, and add all around the bottom, hiding the stain. Yeah, maybe. Just because these are hand painted, so I'm just wondering. Like I could experiment and try that. I could. One thing I'm thinking is I just wear it backwards. I can't see the stain. Una says, "Ooh, could you turn it into a top if not enough to rescue into a skirt, and clever pattern maybe into a pattern too? Oh dear, lots of stains." I'm not cutting this up. I think the thing that I would do ahead of time would be try and clean it. If it all came off, then I would try and dye it. I would never cut this up. Like I say, 60 years old. I couldn't. Gemma says, right, lovelies, I'm off. I have plans with my mum. Hope you all have a wonderful day. You too, Gemma. Thank you for joining us. Carolyn says, hello, sweet peeps. Hello. Una says, oh, what about dyeing it a darker colour? Yes, that is a possibility. I was thinking of dyeing it like a tea staining it all over, because that might be what this is. Vicky says, West Coast, USA. Thank you, Vicky. Natalie says, I wonder if a museum textile conservationist, words are hard, could offer suggestions for the skirt. Oh, yeah. Silver Fox is here. Hello, peeps. Hello. Julie James says, good morning from Georgia, USA. Good morning. Anna says, cannot tell you, as I would be out a job. I do things in a way that would not feel bad, as would not go wrong. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. You sound very confident, so I shall listen to your confidence. Yeah. I mean, I just don't. The idea of dunking this in any kind of water to dye it does not appeal. So I could like hand paint it, possibly. But yeah, the little bit that where Nia and I tried to actually clean it, the like the whole thing came off. I mean, that's the other thing, is as long as the black leaves didn't come off, like the kind of wood grain hand brushing effect can definitely come off. So yeah. Right. Because I want this to be tight enough that it won't fall down. So yeah, this second set of this one here fits. So how are they? I think I might sew some eyes onto those, and I definitely need to reinforce this hook and sew on another hook. So let's do that. Let us do that. Okay. Do I put on? Yeah, I'm going to do bigger hooks. These are vintage as well, probably not from the same era, but. Right, so we're going to need some cream thread, which I don't have. Here, this part in the thread storage. Oh, the other thing I need to do, forgotten about this one. Got a couple of things here. But basically, I bought all the stuff that was hanging in Mum's wardrobe down. So, do you remember this dress that I attempted to make? Well, I hate the top. Absolutely hate the top. So I need to take the top off and just turn it into a skirt because the fabric is lovely. And a little red tartan skirt would be very nice. So I need to unpick that. And I think I did go around and I bound the edges together and then sewed it together. So I'm going to need to take that apart as well. Maybe we'll do that next. Maybe we will unpick the red silk dress today so that that can get done as well. Actual sewing happening in a hangout. Oh, I was going to show you my Project Life cards, wasn't I? The few pages that I have done previously. Let me go and grab that while I remember. And then a few more of you can weigh in about whether you would be interested in coming and hanging out with me on a Sunday while I did that. Here we go. This is really funny. These albums I've got started off life this colour and then they've been in the sun and they've ended up that colour, which is much better for the company colours. So this is, what year is this? Yeah, 2016. And it's just, it was like funny things that I found on the internet. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It's a bunch of tortoises riding on crocodiles, and it says the turtle cavalry is serious shit. Onward, alligator steed. I'm a crocodile. Silence, water horse. It just made me laugh, and it's just like it's kind of like little bits of your weeks, and tip you down a bit more so you can actually see it. Yeah, 2016 was the year that everyone passed away, wasn't it? So we've got David Bowie, Alan Rickman. James came down because Mum was in the middle of her chemo treatments. Evening gown that I wanted to make. Starting my very first quilt. Very first quilt. So yeah. I really enjoyed doing this, and Gianna put me in hospital, and it was fun. Custom orders, fabrics that had come in that I loved. See, I've even got like this week's one set up, so I would finish this week off. I've done 12 weeks this year. But I think, would you guys be interested in hanging out with me on a Sunday while I did this? Because, as I say, I have 4 more of these folders. I have all of the inserts. I don't think, because this is Becky Higgins, I don't think she does this anymore. But I have so much of the stuff. I'll show you one of my boxes of the cards. This was fun moving these. So these are all like the smaller cards. So I mean, I have the stuff. I have so much of the stuff. And I used to sit down on a Sunday morning and film myself doing it and then put the process up on YouTube. And I kind of like the idea of doing it again. it was just kind of a nice way of recording just like tiny little incidental pieces of my life. It was a lot of work to edit it, and I really struggled with my setup because I was just trying to use a tripod and tip the camera down, and it wasn't great, and lighting and things like that. But I'm thinking maybe if we did that on a Sunday, that could be quite fun, possibly. Chocolate treat says, do it, send to her. No, send to me. I will get chocolate on it. Beautiful chocolate mess. Anna says, as it's old, will need very special care, and I worked with people years ago on hundreds of year old garments and fabrics. It was fascinating. Also, would not recommend dyeing it in the modern way, hun. No, I don't think dyeing it in the modern way would be a good idea either. The idea of getting any water on this does not appeal. So yeah, I shall send it over to you, Anna, for you to have a go at. Thank you very much for offering. I'll send you the Aussie Clark as well, because you said you could do something with the water stain on it. Not that Mum and I will ever wear that dress ever, because it's indecent. So yes. Sheila says it's too beautiful not to try. Maybe wearable. It may be wearable if you try Anna's offer. Yes. No. I just the thing I would hate for it to go wrong. If it goes wrong for me, then it's very different. I would hate for it to go wrong for somebody else. I hope that makes sense. I'm not saying that Anna couldn't do it. I'm not saying that you can't do it, Anna. I'm just, does it make sense? I don't like the idea of putting the onus on you, because I would be upset if it went wrong. And if it's me doing it, then yes. But if you've got some technique that you can try, then I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I don't wear it now because of the stain. So yes. Silver Fox says, ooh, red tartan skirt will be awesome. Yes. Glenda says, good morning, Sean and Peeps. Late to the party. Good morning. You're very welcome. Saskia says, I love watching Project Life. Would absolutely watch you do that. Ah, cool. Rachel Lynn says, hi. We come out to hang out with you. Honestly, I don't think it matters what you do, so go for it. I'm going to have to look into getting myself a second camera, a second webcam, and how to work all that, and OBS and stuff. So yeah, I will do some more investigation, because that could be really fun. And I do love paper crafting, and I have so much stuff. It would be nice to use it. So yes. Chocolate Treat says, I love quilts and chocolates. Good to see you beginning of your quilt journey in your journal. Yeah. Of all the quilts to start with, I decided on a double wedding ring. I was like, you know what? That sounds like a really good idea. Sal says, I would watch you doing that. Oh, cool. Natalie says, try it out. If it doesn't work, you don't have to do it every Sunday. This is very true. This is very true. I'm trying to think of something, because I want to keep it up. I want to do more than 12 weeks like I've done with this one. I want to do an entire year, and I want it to be something that is maintainable for me. And it doesn't matter if I miss a week or two, because you can catch up with those sorts of things. Yeah. Anna says, or you can bring them to the ball, saves on mailing costs. Ah, yes. Worst case, it will just be the same. This is true. This is true. Elena said, I would watch you doing those cards. Oh, cool. Sewing in PJ says, yes, I would like that. I've never heard of it. Just seems like a different way to journal. Interesting. Yeah, so I ended up starting my YouTube channel because I was following Kate Gabriel on Blog Lovin', and if anyone is a maximalist, it's Kate. And she had stuff everywhere, and I just loved it. And she had these paper crafting things, and then she did a paper crafting subscription box, and I signed up for one of those, and then I fell in love with that, and then I ended up buying a bunch of other things. And then I found Kathy Orta King, or now King, on YouTube, who was doing tutorials on how to make the books. And then I started buying all those things, and it just kind of escalated massively. So I'd seen other people doing making the books and things on YouTube, so I started showing the things that I was doing. And then somebody was doing the smash books, and I love those, and I bought all of them, and I bought all the stuff, and I've done 5 or 6 pages in one, and then 3 pages in another one, and sort of stopped doing it. And then I came across Project Life, and it just seemed like a much there's a lot of the design elements are done already. The cards are so pretty, and they've got prompts on them, and it just seemed like a slightly easier way of making things look as pretty as I wanted them to. So yeah, I kind of massively fell down that rabbit hole and bought a bunch of stuff. And Becky Higgins was having a sale, and it was free shipping within the US, or $100 shipping it over to me. And given that it was paper crafting stuff, it was heavy. And I had a friend in the US at the time who said, "Oh no, you can send it on to me, and I'll post it onto you. It can't possibly be $100." And it was $140 for shipping, so I would have been better just having it sent direct from Becky Higgins. But Hobbycraft, and there's a few people in the UK that stock, like Crafty Charlie, that stock the Project Life card sets, and then loads of other people got on board. And I don't think Becky Higgins does it anymore, but there are lots of people that I can, and then there's lots of people on eBay who sell off their unwanted cards in sets and things. So yeah, I mean, I've got enough stuff up there for 5 years, if not more. I'm not going to run out of things to use and make, but it was a really, because I love the scrapbooking American style. there's a meme that's like, using £90 or $90 worth of stuff to show a $3 photo, things like that. I love those, but they are far too there's too much artistic license in those for me to get them right. And we don't print like proper photos every now and again. But the Project Life, again, it was kind of this thing where it was like, oh, they don't have to, it can be like really incidental, silly little moments that, just you take photos of. It's like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? My phone. Where is my phone? There it is, hiding. It's like, mine will probably end up being quite full of pictures of Gianna. Like, I woke up the other morning to this. Gianna enjoys the lily silk pillowcases as much as I do. So, yeah. And then, I mean, this one is ridiculous as well. Like, she was on my lap, and the elegant little forepaws. It can't be comfortable stretching your arms out like that. But she was just like, no, this is how I want to sit. But shan't argue with you, cat. So, yeah. Leah says, makes perfect sense. Noelia says, agree with everyone else. Natalie says, double wedding ring. Girl, you picked one of the hardest designs. Ah, yes, but I did it with the Philips fibre art. I've got a video on it on my channel, actually. Although I do get, every now and again, I get comments just saying, well, this isn't a tutorial. Everything's too fast. I can't see what you're doing. It's like, it's not meant to be a tutorial. Mum's moved everything around. Okay, so double wedding ring with one template. So it's the rings that bind. Like I say, there's a video on my channel of making my best friend's quilt, because I've made 2 of these now. I want to make one for myself. But that's the only template that you use. It's a really clever way of doing it. The lady that designed it, she had 2 daughters that were getting married the same year, and they both asked for double wedding rings. And she was like, how the hell do I do that quickly? So she's come up with this really clever way of doing it. And as I say, you need one template for the entire quilt, and you can make very beautiful quilts. So whilst I do tell people, yes, my very first 2 quilts, in fact, were double wedding rings. No, my first was a double wedding ring. Then I did a Lone Star of my own design. And then the second one was a double wedding ring. And I haven't made one since. So, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, double winding, but then it is a very easy quilt. That is a very easy way of doing that quilt. It's not easy quilt to start with. Like, it's not just sewing patches together like I should have done. But it was fun. It was fun. Natalie says, I started with a 9 patch. Anna says, all you need is as much info on the stains as possible, how old the fabric are and what used prior to remove the stains, etc. I have absolutely no idea what the stains are. It looks like it could be tea or coffee. I don't know though. And I haven't tried anything. I sent it to the dry cleaners thinking that they could do it, and they were just like, nope. Natalie says, it sounds like your life in memes. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Karen says, good morning, Sean and all. Going to be another hot day in Texas. Good morning. Sarah says, hello, lovely Sean. Has been a while. Looking lovely as always. Thank you. Chocolate Treat says, wow, you have a huge audience from the US. Yes, and given that it's so early over there. In fact, you know what? I think 38% of my audience is US based and I think 35 UK. So yes, there's more of you American peeps. Kylie says, what do you think the stain is? White wine removes red wine, hydrogen peroxide cleans blood, protein, soda water cleans too. I have no idea what the stain is. It was there when I got the skirt. I think that's another thing that I'm just like really reluctant as well. But like Anna says, Anna's confident. So I'm going to let her have a go. And the very worst, like she says, it will come back same as, and we can hand paint it. We can hand paint it like to a kind of tea stained color and see, you know, like just make it a brown skirt with words are hard. Make it a brown skirt with leaves all over it. Just paint the whole skirt same color as the stain if it all goes horribly wrong. Okay, so they had it on like that. So, because it would be really nice to wear this skirt. Because, like I said, we when we cleaned out my wardrobe, you guys saw that like I have a bunch of vintage skirts, none of which fit me, so I just don't wear them anymore. And I am really reluctant to sell them, so they are in storage at the moment. But this one, because it is designed the way it is, it can be multiple sizes. Actually, this is definitely one that I should add to my skirt drafting video series. I made one of these for a little girl. Her grandparents had come in to the shop when I had my shop, and they'd seen the cherry blossom quilting cotton. And the little girl, she was 9 years old, and they were like, "Oh, could you make her a dress?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but it's like, you know, it's going to be 150 quid because I wasn't charging enough money at the time. It's going to be 150 quid for a dress that she's probably going to grow out of in, you know, half a year, 6 months." I was like, "How about I make her a skirt, and a skirt like this, that ties at the front and ties at the back, because that way she can." It will grow with her. Like, I'll make it a little bit longer than necessarily she should have it to start with, but yeah, it will grow with her, so that, you know, when she gets bigger, the skirt can get bigger with her, kind of thing. And they were like, "Yeah, that's a really good idea. We didn't even know that that sort of thing existed." So I made one of these for a little girl rather than a dress, and yeah, I think they were happy with it. Let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Julie says, need a recommendation. Cocktail dress for reception in a wine cellar in November. I'm afraid I'll freeze. Pattern and fabric suggestions are appreciated. Ooh. Here's one that I want to do. This is another one that I need to add to my list of things that's going to scare me. So I have no idea if it's actually going to be the right thing for you. This one. You could put longer sleeves on it. Just add longer sleeves because it's made with Ponte. Yeah. Matte jersey, Ponte silk jersey, and the contrast is mesh. You could slim the skirt down if you, I mean, obviously this is me, but you could put longer sleeves on it. So it's like a knit dress, but it's still fancy. It's got the little sheer panels in it. That's Vogue 1600. But yeah, my recommendation would be go for something that you could make out of a Ponte, because you can get really fancy Pontes. Sorry, that's the one that immediately sprang to mind. Michelle says, got to run early today, got to do some homework with the kids. Sean, I like the paper craft scrapbook idea. I'd watch for the skirt. Could you repurpose it, make a shirt or something, cut it out the stains? No, I'm not cutting this apart. I'll wear it with the stains. Like I say, I'll wear it back to front and then I just can't see the stains. Kathleen says, good morning, I'm in the US and since you have started an hour early, I can't seem to get up early enough to see the beginning. Oh, Kathleen, I'm so sorry about it. Works good for me. I know it's not going to be great for everybody else. We may well go back to starting at midday when the clocks do their thing in a couple of weeks' time, I think it is. But thank you very much for joining us at whatever time you join us. It's not a problem. Anna says, all the pressure on me now with the lovely live peeps. They will be waiting in anticipation. It will not go wrong as I work in a way that make decisions way before that point. It will be better or gone or just the same. Thank you very much, Anna. It's very, very kind of you to offer. And like you say, it's going to be exactly the worst outcome will be that it comes back exactly the same. And if it does, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Like maybe we should hand paint it or soak it in tea or something so that it all comes out the same color. Just have to check on the sequins to make sure that the sequins don't get affected. So yeah, there will be something that we can do with this because this is too beautiful not to be worn. I think I wore it for a birthday party, like my 27th or 28th birthday party. That's how long I've had this, and that's how long it's been in need of. And it wasn't me that put the stain on it. The stain was already there. Before anyone asks, it wasn't me. Natalie says, that's a great skirt for those bloated days. Ugh, yes. I think I need to do a video, don't I? Especially because this one, like I say, has pockets in it. They're very cleverly inserted pockets. Chocolate Treat says, especially me, I will be checking in regularly to check on the successful removal of the stain. Anna says, Chocolate Treats, I know it's a hot day here. However, I have added the heat now. You can do it. Yeah, I'll probably bring this to the ball then, Anna, if that's all right. Julie James says, love it. Oh, for the dress, was that a good recommendation? Chocolate Treats is laughing. Nimue says, had to run to help a patron, so not sure what I missed, but love the concept of that skirt, so practical for growing kids and fluctuating waists. Yes. Yeah, I need to make a bunch of these. Anna is laughing at Chocolate Treats. Carolyn says, Anna, you got this. Absolutely. It's not that I don't have confidence in you. It really isn't. I hope my reservations have come across in the way that I mean them. It's not that I don't have confidence in you. It's just that I would be terrified of trying to do this for somebody else. But then I don't have the expertise that you do. So, you know, that's me projecting my feelings on the subject. Anna says was just going to say about the sequins. Yeah, we'd need to test a sequin to make sure that they didn't take on the tea stain or something, wouldn't we? Sewing PJ says, Mum said to go ahead as not being worn unless stains removed. They did a great job. Angelina says, could you show us how the skirt works, how it does up at the front and the back? Yes, I will do. Once I've sewn these hooks and eyes on, I'll try it on for you over this dress. It's very like the wraparound trousers that I make and love, the fisherman style tie trousers. It's very similar to those. Angelina says, could you show, oh, sorry, I read that one. Julie says, I'll start shopping Ponties this morning. Do you think I could leave off the zipper or would that depend on the Ponty? Yeah, 100% depend on the Ponty and the dress that you're doing. You probably could leave off the zipper, but in all honesty, the thicker Ponties, if you get some stretch interfacing and interface where the zip goes in, zips are not that hard in Ponty. I've tried. I've got a dress back there that I've got one in. It's all about the preparation. But yeah, you probably could take the zip out. But again, that neckline, if you went for that dress with the high neckline, it might be squeezing your head through, especially with the binding around the edge. But it doesn't necessarily obviously have to be that pattern. But yeah, I would go for a fancy Ponty because it's like this one. This is Ponty. This has got the factor, so you know it can really show off the curves, but be warm. Because yeah, wine cellar in November. Brr. Teresa says, hello everyone. You probably mentioned this, but may I ask what pattern you are wearing? Love that bodice. This is one of my favorite winter autumn dresses. It's the Victory Patterns Jackie dress. This is a Ponty that I got from the Textile Centre, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It does have, I'm not going to take my whole cardigan completely off, but it does have like a keyhole opening at the back as well. I have 4 of these, 2 velvet, 2 in Ponty, and I need to make more because I absolutely love it. It's like secret pajamas, and I know some of you don't like that term, but I love it because it feels fancy and put together, but it is also incredibly comfy. Right, sewing. I'm refusing to cut my nails because I'm absolutely loving having long nails again. That I can paint in bright colours. I really shouldn't have stopped doing that. But they are a little bit fiddly. But I can do it. I can do it. Eleanor says, why I'm picking is so annoying. I want to make the McCall's 7351 and need to remove curtain hanging strip from the fabric and pray that this panel will be enough. Someone used flannel as curtains. Wow. Anna says, yes, hun, I think that was for me bringing this to the dressmaker's ball. Silver Fox says, yeah, sequins used to be made of gelatin, so depending on how old it actually is will determine how they react. Yep, good knowledge. We'll test ahead of doing anything drastic. Silver Fox also read that one. Claire says, love the project book idea. Happy to watch you and enjoy the chat. I'm busy making Christmas gifts with my new hand pressed toy. Thanks for the buying advice. Early Christmas gifts from OH other half, 4 other half. Which did you end up going for the whole set, or did you end up going for like a specific set of dies? I'm sure if you've bought it now, obviously, but I'm sure if you spoke to Green Grizzly and was just like, look, you know, this is what I want. What can you do me price wise if I bought this as a set, or could you put this together as a set for me? I'm sure they probably would. Susan says, hello everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. It's it's totally fine. You're very welcome. Trying to say 2 things at once and failing at both of them. Anna says, I'm sure others have reservations as well for me to do it. If I get them out or at least minimized, I cannot give away my secrets. No, 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 that's totally fine. I totally understand. Totally understand. Nimue says, have a few precious fabrics that I'm hesitant to sew because of the sizing. I probably should do something like this skirt. Yeah, this is a really good idea. Um, as you say, for fluctuating waistlines. And I think it looks, I mean, if you can always, you don't have to do a bow at the front like this one has. You could always do the same kind of thing that this one has with the hooks and eyes. It's just the finishing method of, like, if you're wearing it a larger size, would some of the hooks and eyes be visible? So I think the bow might be a little bit more integral. Okay. First hook is on. Let's put on the next one. Get some more thread. Feels nice to be doing something productive today. Moran says, hello from Festival Israel. Today is Rosh Hashanah, which means New Year's Eve in the Hebrew calendar. I'm going to wear the McCaw's 7974 in the Cobra Corsage fabric I made in your inspiration. Oh, I love that dress and I love that fabric, obviously. And Happy New Year's Eve. I hope you have a wonderful day. Julie says, I love the fabric you're wearing. Thank you so much for your help. I've been struggling all week to figure this out. Well, warm, fancy Ponty. You can get some really fancy ones. Lady McElroy have some very nice ones. Not that I'm sponsored by them, but I am a fan, as you know. But yeah, that would be my suggestion. Carol says, Moran, Shana Tova. I'm very sorry if I'm saying that remotely incorrectly, which I probably am. Moran says to Carol, thank you, Shana Tova to you too. And again, I'm sorry for my pronunciations. Please do correct me phonetically if you can, because I would like to try and get it right. Naku says, I grew my nails long for the first time in years and I'm having a heck of a time typing on my phone. Yeah, that's something that I'm struggling with as well. I had to use my dad's phone for something yesterday, and his is smaller than mine, and I was really struggling. I was really, really struggling. It was quite amusing. Itchy nose. It was quite amusing. Sal says, one of the actors that I got a photo with today loved my acetate trench and gave it a feel and said he needed one at lol. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Megan's here. Good morning, Shine and Peeps. Happy to be awake and here. Nice to see you. Sewing in PJ says, I hope you don't make your live any later as they start here in Australia at 8 p.m. on a Sunday night so I can watch for a while before needing to get to sleep for work. I mean, the trouble with the lives is I'm never going to be able to be at a perfect time for everybody. So in the end, I decided that I was going to do them at a perfect time for me, and hope that it worked for some of you to come and join us live. And then if you wanted to catch up, you could do. So I'm keeping them live on the channel because I can make them private, but I know some of you guys like to catch up later on in the week. And I actually have got them as their own playlist. So if you really fancied like properly catching up with all of the chat, then you can just stick them on in the background if you just want some waffle. But yeah, I it's one of those things where I'm so lucky to have a worldwide group of peeps that want to hang out with me, and I just need to make it work. The way I figured it was, if it's the best time for me, then hopefully as many people as want to can join, and then can catch up later if they wanted to. So no, they won't be any earlier, and they won't be any later, because this is the perfect time on a Sunday for me, which, I mean, it might, it's sort of selfish, but also it's kind of practical. So hopefully you guys get, I mean, of course you guys get that. Nimue says, one of the fabrics I'm considering is the ribbon embroidered faux suede you sent me. That one wouldn't work well with the bow, but eisel bars wouldn't show that much on that. This is very true. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, because that skirt definitely needs to be panelled, but you could totally do the waistband, the panels wider at the top, and cinch them or let them out with this kind of a waistband for sure. Carolyn says, have a good day, week, peeps. Thank you. You too, Carolyn. Megan says to Moran, happy holiday. I'm so jealous. I finally got some spending money for Cobra Corsage. I need to find that they have a 10-yard minimum to the US plus postage. My day will come though. I'm trying to think. Who's got a 10-yard minimum? Is that Lady McElroy directly? Because if it is, that will be at a wholesale price, and it might be worth in the peeps asking if anyone else wants the same base and colorway as you, and then kind of going half and half on it. Carol says, Shana Tova, year good, was perfect. Rosh Hashanah needs some work. Rosh Hashanah. Oh gosh, here we go. Rosh Hashanah. Is that better? Rosh Hashanah. Sorry. Yes. But Shana Tova, good year, was, oh good. I got one bit sort of good. And then this says, is it easier to type on the phone when it's on the side if you have long nails? Yeah. Yeah, the sides of my fingers have been getting a lot of a workout recently. Moran says, you said it perfectly. Shana Tova means good year. The apple is because we eat apples with honey, so we will have a sweet year. Oh, cool. Claire says, yes, OH equals other half. I was going to say Ohio, but then I know you're in the UK, so I was like, I'm confused. I bought the 9mm and 7mm die rivet dies, plus 2mm hole cutter, 8mm eyelet and cutter, 15mm press stud, 9mm jersey popper, and 17mm jeans button die. Very pleased with the results. I'll buy others as I need them. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that was my thinking, was that I would add to my set as needed. The only one that I bought the entire set was the press studs, just because I could imagine myself wanting like every size of press stud. Diana says, good morning, Shannon Peeps from Louisiana. Good morning. Carol says, and apples because Harvest Festival. Oh, cool. Una says, Minerva sell McElroy, don't they? They ship to the US. They do. They do. Susan says, don't forget to like the chat. Yes, 130 of us and 72 likes. Sal says, if only your tongue worked as good as your sewing needle. Yeah, I think it's the other way around. If only my sewing needle was as prolific as my waffle. Getting there though. Getting there. We'll have to unpick the red tartan next, I think. Megan says, "Ooh, thank you. I've just on their website for the meters of Cobra way that I wanted. Did not know that it was wholesale and it required 10. I will check out Minerva too." Yeah, it might be a fault on their, if it's on the retail side, it might be a fault because one of the fabrics that I bought from them said it was a minimum order of 10 meters, and I messaged them and they were like, "Oh, we're really sorry, because the retail side you can order whatever you want. The wholesale side, it's a minimum order of 10 meters." Um, so yeah, but yeah, do check out Minerva as well. Moran says to Megan, "I was lucky to purchase some in my country from my favourite online shop. I kind of convinced the owner to buy Lady McElroy fabrics." Nice. I mean, that's the other thing, Megan, is go and talk to one of your local fabric shops that sell dressmaking fabrics and just sort of say to them, "Look, Mood Fabrics for some reason don't stock any of the florals. They only stock like the face ones, which I find very strange." So you might want to say to them, "Look, there's a hole in the market. The US peeps need the McElroy. We need the Cobra Corsage." Kashama says, "Good morning from New Orleans." Good morning. Natalie says, "Is anyone watching Rings of Power? I haven't. I've heard it was boring, but I haven't seen it myself." Oh, I've heard really good things about it. I haven't watched any of them because I'm waiting for the full story to be available, and it's also one of those ones that I know I'm going to have to concentrate on. It's like I haven't watched The Sandman yet before anyone asks, because again, it's something that I know I'm going to have to concentrate on, and I have not had the brain space to dedicate to watching a TV show the way like that, the way I want to watch it. If that makes sense, I think it does. Oh, okay. I've got the Grace Kelly Micah song in my head again. I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole of watching The Voice auditions, and he is one of the judges in the France The Voice, and he got up and did a blind audition. I mean, it wasn't really blind because they knew it was him. But he sang that song, and now it's in my head again. Last time it was Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, and this time it was actually Micah. I'm trying to do the kind of couture thing that you don't want to see any metal hardware, so I'm taking so much time sewing these on. I don't know if this is going to actually show up or not, but so that you kind of like completely cover the rings in thread, so you don't see the actual hardware, as it were. Right. So it was those ones. think I will actually take those off. It's attached to that one. Okay. And then we shall sew on some eyes. But yeah, I have that mica song in my head now. It's just going round and round and round. And I'm very sorry for all of you who now have that earworm. Carol says Stone Mountain Fabrics in California have some Cobra Corsage. Ah, cool. We're going to have to start up a database, aren't we, of like Cobra Corsage around the world. Who stocks it? Where we can get more. Megan says to Moran, very cool idea. And yes, Sian, their patterns make me so happy. The US peeps really do. They need them. They need them. Sal says, I have indeed watched The Rings of Power and spent this weekend cosplaying a character from Tolkien. The first Dark Lord, Melkor, was the most evil character in all of the Tolkien world. Very cool. Rensko's here. Hi, all from Germany. Hello. Pin says, I have to go now. Lovely hanging out with you all again. Hope to see some of you in person next Saturday. No hangout for me next week. I'll be on the coach home from Leicester. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're doing a hangout or not next week. If we do, it will be from Big Bird's fabric room, and it will be a quick one. We might do like we might do a Q&A with Mum, Big Bird, and me in Big Bird's house. If you guys would be interested in that, I'll have to put up a thread in the Peeps group for questions that you would like to have answered. What do you think? Rensko says, hope you're all well. Very well, thank you. How are you, my love? Bonjour from Montreal. What are you doing today? Says Christine. Hello, Christine. Bonjour. I am doing some kind of mini repairs to a vintage skirt. And I'm thinking that I might unpick a dress that I made over a couple of years ago that I have just never worn, never even finished, because I don't like the bodice of it, but I do like the skirt part, so I'm going to unpick the bodice so that I can rescue the skirt part. So just kind of in repair mode today. Una says we could do a live on the night. I don't think I'm going to inflict my camera upon everybody. I will film a little bit, but I kind of want to just enjoy the evening. I am going to say now, by the way, guys, I probably, the last couple of years, I've not worn my glasses because I don't think they're very evening. So I'm probably going to be glasses-less, but that also means that I'm going to be blind. So if I don't say hi to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I can see 2 feet in front of me and I will be, yeah, literally blind. So if I'm there without my glasses on and I don't say hi because you're waving at me from a distance, I am not being rude, I am being blind. So do come and like actually poke me and be like, hello, because otherwise, Una, I might be able to see you because of your hair color. Because I can make out like shapes, but details will not be clear. Natalie says, I'm sewing my very first knit project on my new machine with a walking foot, and oh my gosh, it's sewing so well. Do you like the show, Sal? No spoilers though. Yay that your new machine is behaving itself. I'm so happy for you, Natalie. Yay. Sewing in PJ says, any news on when we can see the Secret Squirrel project? You can see it right now. It's there. Isn't it beautiful? I have no idea when they're launching it. I'm delivering it on Thursday. When I go and see them, I will ask more questions then, hopefully to be able to let you know. But look, there it is. I know that's not what you wanted. Elena says, did your mum sew all fabric from last year's festival quilts? If yes, can we see? The answer to that is you can see, but no, she did not. You'll also have to bear in mind that we'll be doing this from Big Bird's house, not here. So we won't be able to do show and tells. I'm gonna, if Mum's up for it, she might not be, but she might be. But if she's up for it, I'm gonna get her to do another lookbook because we haven't done one a mum's lookbook in a long time. Vox says you can wear contact lenses or you find them uncomfortable. I find them very uncomfortable. I can only wear a contact lens in this eye. There's no point putting one in this eye, my optician has said, and I actually don't have any anymore. I've used all of mine. I have none left. I hate sticking my finger in my eye, and I did it for such a long time when I wore them. So I just don't have any. And I'm not going to spend the money to buy them for one night. And mine are specifically weighted for someone with an astigmatism, and they're a specific kind. So they're not cheap, and I can't buy an individual one. I have to buy like a 6-month, well, 3-month supply. But for me, it works out to be a 6-month supply because, as I say, I only wear them in the one eye when I do wear contact lenses, because there's no point sticking them in this eye because I just don't see out of that eye if my right eye is open. So I very, 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 very rarely am vain enough to go out without my glasses on. But for dressmakers ball, the last 2 years I've gone without my glasses on, and who am I to break with tradition? Right, I'm nearly done. Nearly done. Una says, lol, will introduce myself, but my coral pink hair usually gets there before me. Just said that. Great minds think alike, Una. Yes. Like I said, I can see sort of like shapes and colours and blobs of people, but fine definition, I need to be about 2 feet in front of you to be able to see that. I might well wear my glasses. I might well put vanity to the side and wear my glasses. You never know, but I probably won't. Also, it's great because I don't actually have to have anything to drink, and it feels like I'm slightly drunk because everything is out of focus. So it's like a good buzz without the hangover the next day. Let's see, where do I get to? Rachel Lynn says, can't wait to see what the dress, which dress gets chosen. I think it's going to be the Margot maxi dress by the looks of things. Sal said to Natalie, whilst they are not 100% accurate to Tolkien lore, it's still an enjoyable show. I'm looking forward to it. Kathleen says, what we will do for vanity. I know, right? Megan says, that's it then. People need a central location, a Lady McElroy database, and uniform hair. Yeah. Nimue says, I don't dare go anywhere without my glasses. I would feel so helpless and totally stressed out. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do it if I was going with anyone but Mum and Big Bird. I maybe need to get over my vanity and just actually wear my glasses. Noelia says, you're so naughty, Sean. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Risque says, I tried once going to the supermarket without glasses and ended up asking where everything was and standing right next to it when I was standing right next to it. Yeah. The other thing that I found, like when I bought my last set of glasses, so these ones, I also bought prescription sunglasses because I had the blue filter. I think you can just see it there, put on these ones because I use screens daily and the reaction lenses they don't do the blue filter and the sunglasses filter on the lenses. So I had to pick one. And because I work on computers every day, I thought this was sensible. So I bought a separate pair of glasses that I had sunglasses lenses put into. And prescription sunglasses were life-changing. Oh my gosh. Trouble is, when I wear them when it's sunny outside and then I go into a shop, I either have to change over or walk around the shop in my sunglasses looking like that idiot, or put them on my head and try. And I was in the supermarket and I just put them up to try and I was like, I can't see anything. So I had to put them down and I was that idiot that was walking around in their sunglasses inside. He was like, I wear my sunglasses at night. And it was me. So yeah. Elena says, Mum's lookbook. Is that what I meant? Ah, cool. Yeah. If Mum is up for it, I will ask her if she's up for it. We might possibly do one of those. She's been making a lot of shirts recently. Renske says, I'm too blind to do that. Christine says, are you going to do the advent calendars this year? Yes. Rachel and I are doing each other's advent calendars. I have started getting all the bits and pieces for hers. I'm quite excited about my idea for hers. And then Mum and Dad, I'm not having chocolate this year because they are both on keto and they don't want to ruin everything. So we are going to get Dad a seed calendar, I think. And we're not 100% sure what to get for Mum yet. I've seen a couple. Oh, no. I've seen a couple. They probably won't watch this back. One of the ones that I've found is, you know, the Detective Society kind of boxes that we were doing. There's one calendar that has a puzzle a day. So I thought I might get that for Dad and then get Mum the seed calendar because it's vegetable seeds and Mum's the vegetable grower. So, yeah, there won't be any clips of Mum and Dad eating chocolates that they don't like, I'm afraid, this year. But they're both doing so well on keto. They've both lost over 1.5 stone. So, yeah. Elena says, maybe a second pair of glasses just for fancy events. I think I really ought to just get myself some more contact lenses and, you know, for the days that I don't want to wear that. I mean, when I first started my YouTube channel, I would set up everything and then take my glasses off to film and film completely blind and then put them back on afterwards. And now I really don't like how I look without my glasses on, which is weird, but I think it's more a familiarity thing than it is a like I genuinely don't like the way I look thing, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Claire says, Q&A would be great. I've joined a quilting group and I'm planning a quilt for our Ruby wedding anniversary next July. I plan to rewatch the quilt video you did with Jane. Oh, cool. Very cool. Mum's just started teaching a quilting class at the Stitching Almas in Ryde. Once a month on a Wednesday. She's going to be talking them through making a table runner for Christmas. Let's see. Where did we get to? Silver Fox says, our contact lenses. My eyes are way too different. So yeah, I have to buy 2 different boxes, one for each eye, which is expensive. True. It's the same, like when I was doing coloured contact lenses, which I used to do, I would, because I was like, if I'm going to stick my fingers in my eyes, it's going to be for like more than just being able to see. It's going to be like an aesthetic thing as well. So I used to get green and bright blue ones, which I very much liked. I mean, my eyes are already green, but it was a brighter green. So yeah, that was expensive, having to buy like just the blanks for one eye and then the prescription ones for the other. So yeah. Rachel then says you need a pair of fancy glasses, although if I had fancy glasses, I'd probably wear them every day. Me too. I actually want to get these frames because I love these Versace frames, and they come in a clear one. They are, they've got a serial number on them somewhere. Model 324938852216. They do them in a couple of colors, and I really do love these. I tried I have some Tiffany glasses and some Jimmy Choo glasses. I tried them on the other day, and they don't look right because they are straight across, and these ones have the tip up at the side. These look so much better, which is sad because the other ones are, the prescription's fine. I can see through them, but I don't wear them because I just don't like how they look on my face. So I really love these ones, even though a few people have told me they're too wide. I like them. So I'm thinking about getting the different coloured versions of these frames. And the clear ones would be good for wearing for an evening. Sal says, there is one thing I will say about the Rings of Power. Since it's $1 billion show, it's the most beautiful show you've ever seen in your life. Ooh, I am really looking forward to watching it. Monica says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Shan. What are you working on, Shan? I am doing some very minor repairs to a vintage skirt. Monica, the way I wore this before was tying the back in a bow and tying the front in a bow. But yes, I'm glad that I finally got around to adding in hooks and bars so that this is going to be wearable the way they intended. Bree says, I think you could bedazzle your glasses to get them ball ready, fancy ball spectacles. And Bree says she agrees with Rachel Lynn. I've actually been approached by an American frame company. I'm not sure if they realise I was a UK blogger, but they were like, oh yeah, we'd like to send you some frames and we can put prescriptions in them. There's some iridescent, that rainbow iridescent, like cat eye ones that they do. I am so tempted. I'm just a bit reluctant because I glasses are so like personal. I'd want to be able to try them on first, although the whole premise is that you can upload or like put they have like they'll take a photo of you and then you can try the glasses on, kind of thing. Carol says, or get a fancy pair of glasses. Joanna says, just take the photos off our glasses. I can't, because when I wear makeup and my glasses at the same time, I end up with big red patches here on my nose from where the glasses rest on my nose. So it looks really obvious that I've been wearing glasses and then have taken them off. So I can't just take them off for photos. Kathleen says, after many years, I can ditch my regular glasses after cataract surgery. One eye is for far, the other is for close up. Only problem is trying to see well enough to apply eye makeup. I'm vain too. Yeah, I have one short-sighted eye already. And I've only got one eye that's suitable for LASIK surgery, and I'm so worried that if it goes wrong, if I'm the 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000 that has a problem with it, then I've buggered up my good eye, and I really would be blind. So yeah. Natalie says, my glasses have magnetic clips on sunglasses. I love them, but taking the sunglasses part in and out of its case is a pain. Yeah. Nimue says, I'm totally that idiot that wears sunglasses inside for short trips. If I'm inside longer, I switch my glasses. Yeah, I've gotten to that point. If I'm inside for a long time, then I will. But if it's just for shopping, like quick trip around the shops, I'm that one. Angelina says, I've taken a leaf out of your book and getting the Pitt Trading Advent Calendar. Really looking forward to it. Oh, exciting. Sewing in PJ says, optometrists really pushed contact lenses to me, so I tried them and I just couldn't manage them. Found it so hard getting them in my eye just got too sore. Yeah, I got used to it. I'm just not a huge fan of yeah. But but maybe I should. But then, like I say, I don't really like how, I mean, I can't really see, but I don't really like how I look without my glasses. I don't feel like I look like me, especially now that I'm wearing my hair scraped back. I just, plus I mean, I know my eyelashes are incredibly long, but I have that because I have glasses on. Without them every day, these might be a bit much. So yeah, Gay says, having a good laugh with you and your glasses, having worn them for 68 years, I can tell you, if you don't ask what somebody looks like, they don't mention glasses. So wear them, then you can see the things clearly. Yeah, I mean, I've worn glasses for 43 years. Well, 42 years. So yeah, like I get it. I am literally being vain, and I don't know. We'll see. It just doesn't feel, they don't go. If I had the the rainbow iridescent liquid ones, they would totally go with my ball gown. So yeah, I know I'm being silly. I know I am. Una says, I wear my glasses way more than my contact lenses now because of sewing. I love wearing my contacts for both exercise and shop situation. You mentioned, Shan, is a pain carrying the other pair on me. Sal says, I'm 39, 40 in December the 17th, and I'm the last member of my family that doesn't need glasses. Long may that continue for you, Sal. Una says, but for my business videos, networking and going out, I always wear my contacts. I used to have to wear contacts for work because they preferred you not to wear glasses, and also because of the headband that kept the bunny ears on, they would press on the glasses, or the glasses would press on those, so it ended up being uncomfortable. So it was, they didn't say I couldn't wear my glasses, they just highly kind of like suggested that I go for contacts. And it was more comfortable to wear contacts because, like I say, for the headband for the bunny ears, yeah. Vox 3D says, what sewing related advent calendars do you recommend, Peeps? I would like one this year. Beyond the Pink Door, I don't know if the pre-sale's gone up or not yet. Kylie and the Machine for sewing labels, if you like sewing labels. I don't know of any other ones. How about you guys? Una says, I wear my glasses sewing so I can drop them down, see close up. My optician said that I need to be bifocal contacts, but they don't do them for astigmatisms yet. Apparently they'll be available sometime. That's, yeah. Because contact lenses for astigmatisms are weighted in a certain position so that then the prescription is in the correct point on your eye, so that the weighted part hangs obviously down, and then so that the prescription then is, yeah, because if you, yeah. It's fascinating. Christina says, you really do wear those glasses very well. Thank you. Nimue says, people like to tell me my glasses are too big as well. I just tell them it directly affects my field of vision, and I care much more about the larger angle, than their opinion. Nice. Claire says, I had contacts years ago, then I had the soft disposable. Had a cataract surgery 20 years ago, and my vision is really good now. Wouldn't do surgery unless needed. The waiting list was 2 years at the time, so I went private, as I would have had to give up driving and work at the age of 38. Oh wow, yeah. Rachel Lynn says, go for the sponsor. I'd love to see what they do. Plus, yay, free glasses. I'll have to I'll have to talk to them and see. Yes. Sal says, I think my good eyes are the result of wearing sunglasses almost every day for 20 years. The only days I don't wear sunglasses are the days that I'm going out to buy new ones. Monica says, for the last year, I've been struggling with reading tiny print and have reading glasses scratched about and in my daily purse. I've always cherished my eyesight. Fox 3D says, beyond the Pink Door advent calendar, pre-order is sold out. Boo. Una says, I definitely let this sponsor give you prescription glasses, freebies. Yeah, they might turn their nose up when they see what my prescription is, though, because, like I say, it's different for each eye and quite specialised. If you look at my glasses, you can. Here we go. I think you can sort of see there, like the actual lens is a lot thicker on this side, and it's very thin on this side. And if you actually look at my glasses when I'm wearing them, you can see that one of my eyes is bigger than the other because one magnifies and one minimizes. Right, let's try this on so you guys can see how this works. Mum's here. Hello, Mother.
Oh, what are we trying on there?
Well, I've just sewn some hooks and eyes onto my skirt.
Oh.
I wanted to see how it worked. And Anna has very kindly offered to have a look at the stain for me, which was very kind of her. Right. So you put it on, and then you you hook and bar the back, and then you take the back and you bring it around the front, and you tie it in a bow or in a little knot. I'm just tying it in a little knot there. So
it could be any size.
You can be any size. You know what? I think I might have this on backwards though, because the pockets are facing the other way. And the label is actually here. So let's see if I can gently spin this around without undoing all of my stitching that I've just done. The dancing helps, by the way. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's a label on both sides. That doesn't help, does it? Right. I used to be able to wear it there. Right. Yeah, this is the right way around. Okay. Because we've got the little modesty plackets here. So they're all saying hello. You tie it in a bow. And then we've also got, so the modesty plackets cover it up, and then we've also got pockets. Very clever little pockets that are completely sewn into the front side.
Not clever.
Very clever. So, I mean, if you guys would like a tutorial on this skirt method, I will happily do one for you. It is basically it might just be under us a full circle. It might just, I don't know, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, this one is hand painted and hand embellished and absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, so little bow at the back. But that's how that works in it now. Because I used to, like I say, I used to tie the front one in a bow and then tie the back one in a bow as well, and it was a bit bulky. But this, much better. So yeah. And actually, if I wear it this way around, the stain's on the back, so I can't see it. So it might just be one of those ones where we just live with it. If Anna cannot work her magic, we shall have to see. So I need to shimmy out of that one and put that on the pile of things that need to come with me up to the Midlands. Got some fabric veneer. So yes, it's a clever little skirt. It does need to, because it's full enough that, like, I mean, the stain's obvious, isn't it, Mum? Mother?
Oh yeah. What a shame.
Yeah. You and Mia tried to clean it for me, but the whole thing is hand painted.
Mm.
So the little bit where you tried to wash it off, everything came off. But Anna thinks that she can. Well, she's going to give it a go. She has secret methods.
She does. She has magic.
Yes, secret methods. So
she has magic.
She said she'd have a look at the Aussie Clark as well, because that's got water stains on it.
Mm.
So I shall take that up as well. I'll be handing over packages of clothes at the dressmaker's hall. Right, this one needs to be unpicked. Maybe we'll do that as well. Although I'm getting hungry. Oh, we've been waffling for 2 hours and 13 minutes. Well, 14 minutes now. It's a lot of waffle. Lot of waffles. Let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Let's see. Una says, I definitely, oh, I've read that one. Julie James says, I want the Missouri Star Advent quilt box. Ooh. Mum's ears did not perk up at that.
quilt.
Missouri Star Quilt
Oh, yeah.
Company. They're doing an advent calendar.
Oh, are they?
Mhm.
Oh.
Is it ridiculously expensive, Julie? And then I've also got to pay for
Probably.
shipping from Murica. But I mean, when I say ridiculously expensive, is it reasonable? Is it appropriately priced for what it is? Jacqueline says, I can't wear them for the stigmatisms. I tried, but it looks like I'm looking through water. Much prefer a good pair of glasses. Monique says, my daughter wears glasses and this year for the first time snorkeled with contact lenses and was overjoyed to see things underwater. Awesome. Claire says, apparently Prim and First for Fabrics are both doing advent calendars. Ooh, good knowledge. Nimoy says hi to Mum, so does Rachel Lynn. Elena, Sal, Vox3D says thank you to Claire, she will check. Claire says hi to Mum. Megan says, hello, Quilting Queen, lovely skirt, Sean, thank you. Claire says, you're welcome to Vox3D. Monica says hi to Mum. Una says, hello, Jane, looking forward to meeting you next Saturday. Noelia says hi, Jane. Una says, love that style of skirt, perfect for my fluctuating weight. Would love a tutorial, please. Jacqueline says, oh my gosh, yes, please. Elena says, big yes for the tutorial. Nimwe says, very clever skirt and would totally appreciate a tutorial. Angelina says, need to make one of those. Rachel Lynn says, definitely would love a tutorial. I think that's a yes for the tutorial on the fluctuating waist skirt. Conchetta says, hi to Jane. Catherine says, love the skirt idea. A tutorial would be great. Muffajink says, yes, please, on the tutorial. Sarah says, what's the skirt? Remind me of the... what's the skirt? Remind me of the collie cut skirt. That one's vintage. It was from the 1950s, so it's 70 years old now. Bloody hell. It's your age. Wow. Wow. Yeah, where did I get to? The chat. Claire C says, yes, clever skirt design. Yes, please for the tutorial. Monica says, tutorial, it's beautiful. Paula says, hi, Sean, love watching your channel, but don't always get to your lives. You have and use so many colours in the clothes you make. Are there any colours you steer clear of? Yes, pale pink. I've made a dress in pale pink and I don't like it on me. I don't think it looks very good on me. I think I need to wear bright colours. Although, like the kind of like that minty one was good. The only colour that I've put on me that I've not immediately been like, oh, I love this, is that pale pink dress. The McCall's this fabric. Sitting here looking at my scrap of it, which is why there is a scrap of it. I don't know. I just don't think it does me any favours. Actually, the other ball dress that I was going to wear is the white version of this, which I love. But yeah, this one I don't think does me any favours. What are you looking for?
Just how to do that up. No idea.
Is the dog on the wrong side of the door? I can hear something whining. And if she starts whining, she soon starts digging at the door. Yes. Come on in. Go in. In. Yes. She gets very upset when the door's closed. Oh, sweetie. Did I move the heater? You gonna go in your bed?
Buttons.
In your bed? In your bed? Yes, a good girl. Yes, Mother's dropped. She dropped pins on it earlier. She's dropped her lace on it. She's putting cheese in front of me. That was dangerous. My tummy's rumbling. It nearly lost that.
My lunch.
Where did I get to with the chat? Where did I get to with the chat? Conchetta says the skirt is stunning. Jacqueline says I love. Ooh, where did I? Oh, it went. There we go. I'd love to hand sew one. Una says, okay, I'm going to take a break halfway through stay stitching the ball dress wearable toile bodice. then darts and sew it up after lunch now, though. Nice. Silver Fox says that skirt pattern style has been out since the late 15th century right through to the late 1800s. Yeah, actually, you're right. Lots of the, not the saying that you weren't, you do know what I mean, but lots of the historical, Mum's just going through everything. Help! Making rustly noises doing it.
Sorry,
it's all right. Yeah, like if you look at lots of the historical channels, when they're getting dressed, lots of the skirts, the underskirts, just literally tie at the front and tie at the back with giant side slits so you can get into the pockets, which were separate from the garments. So it's, I mean, it's not a new technique for a skirt at all, 100%. The tutorial I would do would be like the working out how to install the pocket on the one thing so that they were nicely finished, because they are in that one, if that makes sense. Let's see. Una says, "Have fun, folks. Have fun and enjoy your lunch, and I will see you on Saturday if you don't, if I'm not still here when you get back." Kathy says, "Good morning, Sean. Good morning." Angelina says, "I believe it's sold out for the Misery Star Quilt one. Thank you for letting me know." Anna says to Una, "We are allowed to know what dress you're making for the dressmaker's ball." And Kathleen says, "Hey, the skirt is my age too, vintage like fine wine." Absolutely. Yeah, they're nice. They're both nice. Give me the fabric and the buttons. Oh, she's Mum's coming too. What do you think? So this is the lace that Mum's used for her. I'm guessing using that as stabilizer. So this is the lace that Mum is using for her coat that's going over her dressmaker's ball dress. And should she use the gold buttons, or should she use the shiny black buttons? The binding around the edge of the coat is going to be black, if that helps at all. She's destroying things.
And is that the best bit to go in the middle? I think it probably is.
Yeah. Mm. Everyone's saying gold.
Yeah.
Gold. Huh? Conchetta says navy base or black. The actual dress. Have you got any of a little bit of the fabric? We can. Yeah, you've got a scrap of fabric. The actual dress, I think you'll be surprised by.
I am.
Everyone's saying gold. Monica says gold all the way. Monica shouts, "Gold all the way." So this is the colour of Mum's actual dress, which is butterscotch.
Nutmeg, wasn't it?
Well, it looks butterscotch to me.
Yeah.
It was hazelnut.
Was it?
Something like that. I can't remember. It's from the fabric room. So, actually looks really good together.
How many hands have you got?
And you know the hands. Anna's the, oh no, Charlie says black. Anna says black. Silver Fox says tutorials for getting more pockets into skirt, then yay. Jacqueline says, "Are you still making a corset? I cannot remember if it was from a live or a recording." Yes, I am going to be still making. I'm going to start with the Butterick stays, and then move on to trying to make a corset. So Anna says black, Nimue says gold, Conchetta says black, Angelina says still gold, Glenda says black, Monica says gold looks beautiful, keeps soft and glamorous. Crazy Real Vintage Thrifter says gold. Rachel Lynn says still gold. Mum will wear gold jewellery as well, won't you?
Yeah, I think
this is harsher.
Yeah.
The outline of this, I mean, to be fair, the outline of the coat is going to have a black bias binding on it.
Yeah.
So she's probably going to want to look at that. I probably would do that first.
Oh, okay. You'd fit that
no,
in.
No. You don't make this integral.
Oh.
Make this so it's sewn in afterwards, so you can change your mind if you want. Because if you sew it in so it's integral, then put the bias binding on and then don't like it, you've got much more to unpick. So we'll make this into a separate piece. Gold. I agree, gold. Yes, black is harsh. Gold, elegant. Then gold with gold accessories.
I think the vote is overwhelmingly for gold.
Gold. I think they're right.
Oh, should I use gold? No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. You got my stabilizer there. No. That's a good idea.
Yes, that's a good idea. If you can find another piece that big, it might be a good idea to put a couple in.
I've only got bits.
Okay, well, don't worry then.
This was a piece I had. I don't know what it is. I think it's silk.
Pass. My tummy's rumbling, guys. I think I'm actually going to call it a day for now. I feel very productive. I've done a thing that I've been putting off for years. I've had that skirt since I was 27. That's been a long-awaited alteration. Oh God, how long is that? 3, 13, 16 years that skirt's been waiting to be altered.
Dread.
16 years. Wow. What's the longest you've ever put something in your UFO pile? Do I win with 16 years? Nimue says my battery is about to complain as well. I have to switch to my tablet. The drama. That's us. Right. Yes, I'm going to call it a day because I'm hungry and I am going to go and sit with Chi and unpick this and yeah, chill because I'm going to have a very busy day tomorrow because I'm going to attempt to do a can I sew this in a day with this one. I think the answer is going to be yes, but we shall see. We shall see. Richelin says you win. Yeah, 16 years for a for UFO is quite good. Oh no, Carol says I have a UFO of my mum's from the 50s or early 60s. Okay, you win. Richelin says bye. Nimue says good luck for tomorrow. Thank you. Glenda says nope, you don't win. 37 years. Wow. We are bad, aren't we? Maybe we should put up a thing in the Peeps group for like, let's finish our oldest UFO. Carol says, but it's not mine. This is true. It's your mum's. It is your mum's. This is very true. Right. Yes. There should be waffles. There will definitely be a waffle on Tuesday. I've been starting a lot of waffles, just not finishing them. So I need to remember to do that. But yeah, there will be a waffle on Tuesday. There will be a waffle on Thursday. Possibly Friday because we're traveling on Wednesday and then going to Lady McElroy on Thursday, so it might be more interesting to do the waffle on the Friday instead, and then lookbooks and then the ball. So yeah, exciting. And I will need to ask Big Bird as well if she's up for it, but we might do a live hangout from Big Bird Sewing Room for an hour next Sunday. I'm going to go and help Mum with her hem. I think I need the help. So yes, thank you very much for hanging out with me, and I will see you all during the week. And fingers crossed, I'll see you live next Sunday. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you then. Bye.